Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Teresa. Stay here and be my friend, I'm very lonely. Anyways, today we are looking at the Circo Loco palette by Natasha Denona. I know I'm the first person to ever do a review on this, truly innovative, but screw it, I got it, I wanted to play with it. So sue me, you know, it would be the very definition of a frivolous lawsuit. But that may be how we fall in love, you know? You're on one side, I'm on the other side. Our lawyers tell us not to get together, and yet we do. And then we run away to Barbados. But then I'm not able to deal with the heat, and you're like, no, I can't live in cold temperatures. And then ultimately our romance falls apart. And then one day I look at this palette and I think, remember when? Sorry, that was a bit weird. Anyways, if you want to see swatches of this and see how I came up with this and get an overall review / first impressions, this is the video for you. So don't go anywhere, don't X out. I need you to watch it because it helps. Yeah, keep watching. I put on a bra for this, so let's hope it's worth it. I of course have the Circo Loco palette, or you know, it keeps getting mispronounced, Circus Lurcus. Circo, Lurco, who knows? It is what it is. You alright there, Cece? I'm going down some fancy swatches. She's not impressed. Alright, I'll show you her in a bit. I know you're just here for her. At least pretend you're interested in me. Sorry, she's making movements. Anyways, looks like this. It's a bit of a mishmash of stuff. And yes, I know I'm late to the game, but whatever, you know, I can do what I want. I got this for myself for my birthday, so there we go. Okay, so we have Firework, Razzle Dazzle, ooh, Acrobat, oh, I like that one, and Snow Cone, which, by the way, can I say, funny one to use because it is boilingly hot these last few days here in Ireland. I don't know about the rest of you, like where you are, but my lord, it is hot. You can tell it's a good palette. I mean, look at these swatches. No bother. Cotton Candy. You can tell I am very white because that does actually show up some pigment on me. I remember Missa was saying like it didn't show up on her, and I'm like, hey, have you tried being as white as a corpse? Just saying. Then we have Electric, which is spelled with a K because, you know, it's all about your trick. And, ooh, Grin. Don't know why I'm rolling my R's like that. Was that because I still had a bit of no, I'll do Grin again because I think I still had some pigment left on from the other time. So let's do that here. Oh, it's nice. Yeah. I'm very professional, can't help it. And Cannon. See, I just keep thinking of Cannonball. Whatever happened to Damien Rice? He used to be such a big thing. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? When you flow like a cannonball. Please tell me you know what I'm talking about and that I'm not just having a very weird delusion. Then we have Flip. There you go. Ooh, I like a goatee. Let's do the other one. This is Funtomime. It's a really bad pun about pantomimes. No. Natasha, you do lovely things, but puns are not one of them. You're not good at them. Oh, but that's a nice pastel. Considering the last pastel I tried was sleek and that was disgraceful. I'll link that below if you care. This is Spiral, like me, spiraling. Welcome. And Magic. Okay, that didn't swatch fabulously. Let's give it another little once over. Meh. Tis what it is. And we're on to our very last three. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. I mean, they're all very like around the circus, obviously. Then we have Aerialist. Oh, that's nice. Very buttery. We have Act. My life, it's all an act. And we have Joker. Oh, no, that was a bit sad. Come on, let's try again. You have to have the moustache. I mean, I don't know about you, but this is the look. Very difficult tutorial to follow, I know. But it's very appropriate workwear, let's be real. So I'm gonna F off now and actually try to do something, and we'll come back and see what it is that I've done. And we'll have just a general chat about whatever. I'll be honest, it's probably going to be about Måneskin, the Italian Eurovision entry, because that's just all that's wandering around in my mind these days. Good luck. So essentially I went for quite a simple look because I figured, look, this is an expensive palette. It should do all of the heavy lifting. I shouldn't have to think of complex things to do. In the interim, I had Cece crawling all over me, dribbling all over a new shirt, and she has since decided to abandon me. So it's been a difficult afternoon. Sat down to try to, right there, Cece. Sat down to try to film, and with the Circo Loco, and instead Cece's climbing me because she loves me. She dribbled on me. That's how we know that she's happy. All right, Cece, you want to say hello? She's like, don't judge me and my dribbles. Oh, more drips. More drips. Yeah? Want to help Mama with toe makeup? Oh. How could I not love this little smoosh? How could you? Anyways, let's just get straight on into it because I felt the need to tell you that. Don't know why. There we go. I have this Lois Cosmetics brush and I'm going to go into the pale pink. It's called Cotton Candy. Now, part of why I wanted to do this was I had such a rubbish experience with pastels the other day using the Sleek palette that I was like, okay, let's see how you guys perform. And also this is just for my girl Elena because she commented under that video going, you should really try some bougie brands. I'm like, okay. If you can't tell, she's being really sarcastic because Elena is the queen of budget, the queen. So I was doing her proud, I'd like to think, in that video by at least attempting to, because I'm not very good with budget brands. I'm normally like, oh here, give me all the ridiculously expensive stuff. But there you go. I mean, you can see the pigment on that is really nice. I have, by the way, a Be Perfect base down, just in case you're wondering what that is. But look, turns up no major issue. I'm now using just this Jessup JE05 and I'm going into the shade Fun to Mine, which is a terrible, terrible pun. Natasha, you need to go and take a long hard look at yourself because that's absolutely abysmal. And I'm just going to pat that on first because you got to pets the pastels, or patzel, because you have to pat. I know, I'm sorry, I feel bad. I judge myself more than you judge me. Just be aware of that. But look at how nicely they blend. Like when I was blending the Sleek, bearing in mind the Sleek is about 1/8 of the cost of this, it was just dispersing into the air. This is actually landing where it should, so it's a welcome difference. I'm using the Spectrum B11 and I'm going into the shade Magic. Every little thing she does is magic. And every time I hear that song I think of Sabrina Spellman, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like the original one, not the new, strange, dark and twisty one. Because I remember when it used to be on Network 2, the old days of RTE, they used to like show ads of that with that song. So that's where my little brain goes. So again, just patting this on. Is it a super simple look? Abso-friggin-lutely. But it's an expensive palette. It should do all of the heavy lifting. And I am tired and I don't want to have to do a lot of things today. I'm actually doing this for New Makeup Releases Nonsense Bingo. That's right, I'm filming another one of those with Anna. Not that many people ask, but yeah, I was like, I'm doing this is my channel, I'll do what I want. So just a little blendy. Smack it on. This isn't the best matte, I have to say. I wasn't wildly impressed with this. Now the rest of them are pretty darn good, but this one takes a little bit of building, but that's probably because it has like a purple tone, and we all know purples are a B to formulate. I know because I'm in the lab all the time saying, get Get into that pan, purple. Get into that pan. I don't know. Look, I'm in a weird spot. My insomnia has been weird. So I had also said we were going to talk about Måneskin, and I couldn't even remember their freaking name there. I had to look it up. I'm having one of those days. I'm taking the Morphe Jefferson Starship brush. Look, I bought it before the whole thing, and this is the JS12, and I'm going into the shade Joker, which is an excellent film. Very, very good. I like Joaquin Phoenix. Anyways, Måneskin, oh my gosh, I'm loving that they are seeing a lot of success, not just because, you know, they won the Eurovision, which was, by the way, it was cool to see them win. They're very talented, but I love it because they are totally defying gender norms, and that makes my little heart really, really happy. I was listening to their song Coraline the other day, and I had to look up the lyrics and see what they meant in English, because obviously I do not speak Italian. I wish I did, but I don't. I'd love to learn. Does anyone want to give me lessons? And oh, the lyrics are just so sad. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, anyways, can we also just appreciate the fact that every single member of that band is annoyingly beautiful? Like, what's that about? I'm taking this JE10, the Jessup, and I'm going into the shade Acrobat, which is this one here. Yeah, apparently you can like pop out these pans and like rearrange them, which I think is quite a good idea. Now that gives me anxiety because then the names won't match with the colours, but you know, for some people they don't mind. I like knowing the names because, you know, I like knowing what it is I'm talking about. And just popping that there. But yeah, every single member of that band is annoyingly beautiful. Like annoyingly. But I saw some really interesting things on TikTok that they were saying that like they were Italians, and they were saying how they had always been like really embarrassed by their quote unquote Roman nose, and that they felt really good that Damiano David, don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, that he has essentially the archetype of like a Roman nose, and that makes him feel very valid. And it goes back to that whole argument of like, if you see yourself represented in the media, it makes you feel valid and accepted. And it's like, well, this is why we're trying to have, you know, the whole body acceptance movement, and making sure that there's people from, you know, lots of different walks of life, religions, races, creeds, whatever it is that you want to say, they should be represented. And that's part of why it's very empowering. It's a really important thing to notice. This is the Morphe M562, and I have ordered more of these, and I'm just gonna put it through my colour switch, which I love, by the way. It is just like a sponge, and you swirl your brush through it and it takes off excess product. And I'm just gonna kind of blend that here because it's a little bit ishy. But likelihood is it'll get covered up by other colours, so not a big issue. And then I'm taking this melt brush that I got as part of the Vito Muertes something. Look, I can't remember. Dios de los Muertes. Sorry, I'm not very good at languages. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to go into the shade Act, because that's what my life is. It's all an act. And I'm going to pop it out here in the outer corner and just smack it in. Just splooshy, splooshy, smooshy, smooshy. You know? Don't worry, technical terms, you'll get there eventually. Oh, I had a thing with Kaleidos this morning because I had ordered the whole Flower Punk collection, and I was like, okay, it hadn't arrived and it's been forever. And I emailed them and I was like, what's going on? And they were like, oh yeah, it turns out that the shipping address was damaged, so we've just sent you out a new one today. And I'm like, so annoyed. Like, they wouldn't have like noticed unless I had like said something. It would have just gone on for eternity. Wasn't wildly happy with that. And I had kind of bought that to use on my channel. Now I know that's not like a reason to buy stuff, but for me at this point it kind of is. I have loads of makeup, so it was really frustrating because like I wanted something new for my channel to gain some new traffic, but that wasn't going to happen. So I've asked them if they'd just cancel it, but of course they haven't gotten back to me at all in 8 hours. Convenient. Yeah, you can see how well that blends. It's actually really nice and easy to work with. But I think quite nice. It looks kind of celestial. And no, for once I'm not doing a cut crease or anything with graphic liners. Who am I? I'm Jean Valjean, and so Javert, you see it's true, that man bears no more guilt than you. Who am I? 24601. I'm in a really weird space right now. I'm using this Morphe brush, and I'm gonna go into this beautiful blue. It's called Electric, you know, like trick or treat. But my lord, this is a Missa Blue, and you know, I would say to her, get this, but I saw that she recently got it in a video that the lovely Nina sent it on. Nina is ridiculously nice, like annoyingly nice. Like, I assume she's just been really nice to get all of our vital organs. Like that's the assumption I'm operating on at the moment, and you cannot convince me otherwise. You know, she's in there in that group of people that are just like annoyingly lovely, and I adore them. Like her and Anne Marie, and like Rebecca and Tia and Danielle. Look, there's too many people to name, but you know who you are, and you know I adore you. It's really annoying. And I am taking this little Morphe brush, and I'm going into this annoyingly nice shade. It's called Razzle Dazzle. And yes, now I am thinking of Chicago. I'm probably very show tunes today. Give on the old razzle dazzle, razzle dazzle. I think it's partly because I've been listening to a lot of box office radio, mostly just on Thursdays when my lovely friend Mary is on, and she just does lots of amazing show tunes. So I like listening to that. Sometimes I forget because I have the worst memory known to man. But my lord, I love watching it. I love hearing her. She has such a soothing voice. So I'm going to actually link it down below, box office radio, so you can make sure to keep an eye out. She's on Thursday, I think it's like from 12 to 2, or it's from 2 to 4, I can't really remember. I'm really bad at all of that. I'm now taking my Sigma E36, or no, it's not a Sigma, it's my Morphe 562, but it is very like the E36, it's like a dupe of it. I'm just going to swish between these. Hurrah! And I have this Jessup brush. It's the 312. And I'm going to go into this shade here. It's called Aerialist. And oh my god, it's gorgeous. So I just used it as like a little bit of an inner corner highlighty thing. Now let's pretend that I know what it is that I'm talking about. I don't actually, but you know, what else? Love with confidence, confidence, confidence. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just grand. I just want to take a little bit more of that shade and just smoosh it there. There we go. Yeah, and you'll notice I have a little bit of like highlight there. What I did was I took this Jessup 228 and I went into the shade Snow Cone. It's the shimmers in this palette, although the mattes are pretty darn good as well. But these are, oh, look at you. I don't know why I said it in that way. But look at it. Look at it. You tell me that isn't beautiful, or we'll have to have words. That is nice. So again, I'm just going to take this brush and just blendy, blendy. Blendy, blendy, smooshy. Now I'm going to go into the blue again. Just pop more of that there. I want a little bit more shim-shims. Again, all technical terms, don't worry, you'll get there. You'll get there eventually. I do like kind of, I want to have like a little bit more of a soft blend going up to there. So again, taking that 562 and just swirl around here. So it's not as obvious. Yeah, so that's it. In case you're wondering what I have on the lower lash line, thought I had my glasses on my head. It's one of those days. Get thee behind me. I am using Cotton Candy from Beauty Bay, which kind of makes sense because that's one of the shades that was in it. It's called Cotton Candy. Just use it on the lower lash line, and I used an Ardell 811, the foam ink. So we'll come back and you can see the whole look put together, and I'll tell you what it is that I think. Yeah, Unfiltered. I'm back. I did the rest of my makeup. I have the awful XX Revolution foundation on. I hate it. It just, I don't know, it's weird, it's bad, but I'm using it up while I don't have to see people. If you like these earrings, they're called Razzle Dazzle. you know, like the pink eyeshadow, and it's from You're Not Ready. So I'm going to link their Instagram down below so you can have a little look. So it's a super, super simple look. I'm going to zoom you in now so you can have a look. I mean, I think it's blended quite nicely. I like the mix of the colours. I like that there was a very pale pink, very pale blue. It's a pity there wasn't a pale purple, but like it is what it is. Like I have other like pale purples I can pull from. I'll take off the glasses so you can see it a little bit better. You can hopefully see the shimmer on the inside there. I think that's really pretty. And then the shimmer on the brow bone. I mean, that is just gorgeous. Like, it's very, very nice. Not a complicated look. So yeah, that's it. So it comes down to what it is that I think of the Circus Lurcus palette, or the Circo Loco. Oh, I've gotten like pigments and stuff all over the place. I'm so messy. Anyways, what do I think of it? I think it's annoyingly beautiful. Like the shimmers are very nice. And like I said, there's pastels in there. I wanted to specifically test the pastels because pastels are a nightmare. Now, are the pastels going to show up on a darker skin tone? I don't really know. Now, my friend Rebecca, I know she's played with this, but I don't know if she's played with, I can't remember really if she's played with the pastel bits, but I'd like to see what they'd look like on a darker skin tone. I think this is actually really quite nice. I could have done without 3 orangey shades, but that's because I'm not a massive fan of orange. I would have liked like a pale purple in there. Overall though, I think this is a really, really, really nice palette, and everything blended really nicely. I didn't have to work very hard for it. Now, do I think it necessarily warrants the frightening price tag? No, I don't think anything really warrants that price tag, but I'm an idiot and I buy things that I do not need. Like, that is my raison d'etre. But what I will say is, if you like this palette, if you like the colours, the look, if you like just the general aesthetic of it, the quality is definitely there. You will find it easy to use. So in that sense, I would recommend it. I would also say it is similar in a way to the Menagerie Cosmetics palette that was in collaboration with Annette, which I bought, but then they cancelled because I'm not American. Anyways, they said they'll redo it, but I have my doubts. It's a month later, so. Anyways, I think this is a good alternative if you couldn't get your paws on that for whatever reason. Again, it's super expensive. So unless you were absolutely 100% in love with the colour story, don't get it. Just don't. Just calm yourself and wait. You'll find something else. But I think the quality is there. I would give this a 9 out of 10. I'm simply taking the point off because I think it's so expensive and I am reluctant to give it a 10 out of 10. No, I probably should give it a 10 out of 10. I shouldn't just be like, because it does actually perform really well. You know, like it does. Like, compare this against the Sleek palette, which by the way I'm linking down below that video. Oh my god, that was a travesty, and I had to do something complicated to make it actually look decent. This was much simpler and I didn't really have to work with it. It was nice. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Damn. It was good. But that's it. That is the end of the video. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell if you want to see more of whatever it is that I'm doing over here. I still have to figure it all out. 2 years later, still figuring things out. To be fair, 31 years later, still figuring things out. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, you know, wrap it up. Almost forgot that, and that's terrible because that's really good advice. But like I said, that is it, and that's the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.